Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How is it going? Just to start things off, I'll have you know that in the category of lipstick matches the shirt exactly, I'm winning today. Do you see this? Look at this. It is the same exact color. That hardly ever happens. Just as a little FYI as we kick things off. Doesn't always happen that way, but today the lipstick is just on point. Let me tell you. Okay, just in case we haven't met yet, my name is Chris Acton with Acting Creative, and this is Live at the Loom. We do this every Thursday. Well, it's morning for us in the States. And we spend about 45 minutes together catching up, talking about our weaving projects, talking about life, and whatever else comes our way. Good morning to all of my little early birds here. I know Gemma was on just first thing kicking us off, and Connie and Carla. By the way, Carla, we're going to talk about your selvages. I think that's a brilliant thing to bring up. We're gonna help you there. Don't you worry. And then Carrie popped in, and Dawn is on, and Lori's on. You guys, and Nina's here. See, hello, my friends. And then we've got Sherry from Iowa. Woohoo! And Maureen and Ellen and Tanya. So good. Hello, Anne. Anne, I forget. I know your comment. Anne's comment says afternoon. Anne, remind us where you are, where it's afternoon where you are, because I love that. You ordered your first table loom? What? That's exciting. Congratulations. That is awesome. I love that. Yes. Yes. So tell me how you are. I love this. Our little loyal crew. You guys, I'm so happy to see you. It's been quite a week. I always look forward to our time together. So tell me what's happening. Gemma was talking about Swedish weaving out in the middle of nowhere with someone, which is incredible because that doesn't happen very often, right? Connie, she said her husband, granddaughter, and I spent Saturday at Pioneer Days at an open air Mennonite museum. See? There was weaving, there was spinning, there were wooden spoons. What else do you need in life? Connie, that's amazing. I love that. Connie is so good about sending me little photos of what's going on in her life, which is awesome. You guys are always welcome to send me notes about what's happening with you. I always love to hear from you for sure, right? Yeah, Sam is on from gorgeous Southwest Ontario. Okay, so Sam and I go way, way back. Because Sam, this is multiple years, Sam, you and I have gone back, and we just chatted one-on-one just the other day, and I realized that Sam is not actually that far from me. It's always dangerous. She's pretty close to Detroit. That was my thing. I was like, okay, I'm about 5 hours from Detroit. She's like, well, I'm 2 hours from Detroit. So there may have to be some kind of meeting of the minds in Detroit. If anybody else is close to Detroit, we'll plan something. We'll all have we'll get together for lunch or coffee or something. We need to plan that. Oh, Anne is in Cyprus. And that's amazing. It's 5:30 here. So you are 5, 6, is that 8 hours ahead? 5. I can't do the math. My brain is mush. Let me just tell you, it's many hours ahead of us. I'm so glad you're here, Anne. Yay. See my international friends? Awesome. Bring it on. Yeah. Okay. Lori Lori says, I just cleaned and gutted a fish. There you go. Well, I'm presuming you're cooking it too, Lori, that you're not just leaving it just hanging out, because I love fresh fish. That sounds amazing. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hello, Lori. I just learned what I thought was my baby wolf is actually a mighty wolf. Woohoo! And look at you with an upgrade. That's awesome. What a great revelation. And congratulations on your mighty wolf, because that is awesome. Okay, this is just going to sound crazy, but what exactly is the difference between a baby wolf and a mighty wolf? I have a shack, but mine is older before all the wolves came to be. So someone tell me the difference between a baby wolf and a mighty wolf. Since Lori she's just got, congratulations. She has a new loom. Well, same loom, new title. That's, yes. Oh, Nina says, I'm moving here, says she finished her hand-painted warp. Turned out great. That's awesome, Nina. Now, Nina, clarify for us. Did you laid it out and took a paintbrush and painted it, or was it some kind of a dip dyeing something? And forgive me if that's a weird question, because I'm not a dyer by trade. So you let me know. Yes. Oh, Carrie. She asked me, do you ever wonder how you've grown such an international following? Carrie, I think it's because of you. I think I think my Canadians and you, I think you spread the love throughout the whole entire world, and now the whole entire world knows about us, and we love that. I love that. I think I'm always so honored when I'm like, wait, you're in Cyprus? That's incredible. That's the interwebs is pretty darn amazing. That is for sure, that we can reach that many people and have so many more friends. I love that. More friends, please. Hello, Sue Ann. She's in Seattle. So yeah, Sue Ann is 2 hours behind me, so it's early. So I commend anyone who is on West Coast time. You get an extra gold star because I know it is early there. I know it is. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Lori is cooking her fish with fresh dill and lemon. Would you just send me some? I know it won't travel well, but I love fish. Any kind of fish. Hello. Is it it's Leah, right? Good afternoon. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, you guys came in. Okay, the difference between Connie says a Mighty Wolf is 36-inch and 8 harness. Oh yes, Lori. Thank you, Lori. Baby Wolf is 27 inches and a Mighty Wolf is 36 inches. Wow, just a mere 9 inches makes all the difference, right? Who says size doesn't matter? Yes. Okay, excellent. Well, congratulations, a 36. See, because technically my shack is a 36-inch, but it's before all the things, before the wolves. So I don't think it's I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I just know that I got mine used, and our best guess was that it was made like in the 80s sometime. But I don't get me wrong, I love my Loom, but it is funny. It's not a wolf. It's 36-inch, but it's not any kind of wolf, right? Carrie's taking credit. Carrie asked about international following. I'm gonna say that you did it, Carrie. That you're the one, right? That is awesome. Works exactly the same. Yeah. Here we go. Sue Ann chimed in. She said her baby wolf is 8 shaft with 10 treadles. So let me ask this then. So the difference between a baby wolf and a mighty wolf is just the size of the loom. The number of shafts changes. Is that correct? See, where's our shacked representative to join us on this call? I didn't know that we would be doing a deep dive into shack. I love a shack loom though. So that is, I have no problem talking about shack looms. Yes. Lori's going to send me some fresh fish with dill and lemon on a super fast drone. I'm game. You figure that out, my friend. And yes, I love that. Okay. Ooh, Nina says she's working on a turquoise and bright green warp with a purple weft. Boy, those are some great colors. Those always make me think of like the green and purple combination always makes me think of New Orleans and like Mardi Gras, like that time of year, which is always fun. Here we go. Sue Ann says they have a shack standard 45-inch, doesn't fold like the wolves do. See, that's where I think the difference is. Mine doesn't fold. Nope. Mine is, but I also think that mine is heavier than when I've kind of kicked around. I've seen other people's baby wolves, mighty wolves, that kind of thing. Mine's heavy. It's not going anywhere. There's no folding. There's no. I mean, the front and the back will fold up. Yes, that part. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Lori says wolves can be 4 8 shafts. Thank you. Mine is a 4 shaft. Gotcha. Marcia, she's working on zucchini bread. I just made some last weekend. We're right there on the same page, Marcia. We're right there, thinking the same thing. Jim says no shack looms here. Yeah, except maybe a table loom, which I hope we invest in a couple at the studio. Okay, excellent. Yeah. Sue Ann says both the baby and mighty wolf can come in 4 shaft, 8 shaft, or now. Oh, 4 now, 4 later. Oh, that's a nice feature so that you can add on when you're ready. I love that. Excellent. See, look at our little dive into shacks. I know that once you get out of the States, there are other types of looms that are more common. So for my international friends, what are the most common looms in your area? Like as far as a brand goes, what do you hear the most about in your area? I'm just curious because shack is pretty popular here. Let's see. There we go. Sue Ann says, just read yesterday that Louette is coming out with a Jane that has 16 shafts. Whew. Okay, isn't Jane's a table loom, is it not? Am I said coming in December? 16 shafts. Wow. Okay. Now, tell me this for my friends and fellow fiber lovers. 16 shafts. Does that do you read that and you're like, oh, I have to have more shafts? Or are you like, nah, I don't need that many? What is your reaction when you hear like a loom has, more than 8? Is that sound, are you like a moth to a flame? You're like, yes, I must have more shafts. Or are you like, nope, I'm good. Because my 2 looms have 4 shafts. That's all. That's good for me. So let me know if you are really, you're like, nope, the more the better. Because you do you, my friend. Yes. Okay, so Gemma is in Gemma, you're in is it the Netherlands? See, I'm totally having a brain fart right here on camera. She said Glamacra seems to be more common here. Erica's for rigid heddles. Okay, excellent. See? Look at this. Sam is like, yep, I want all the shafts. Oh, Sam. I love that about her. Let's see. Gemma says Glamacros are more known for floor looms. Yes. Sue Ann says you can do more figurative pattern design with 16, but slow going. What I really want is a draw loom. Oh, interesting. Hi, Tanya. I used to think more. Now it's nope. She said she hardly uses her 8 shafts. Okay. Ellen says she's good with 8 shafts. She loves that. She's good. I'm sorry. Yes. Gemma's in the Switzerland. I'm sorry. See, I whiffed that. I think Lori's in the Netherlands. This is a great problem to have, my friends, that you're all scattered over the world. That is amazing. Okay, so Dawn said she's not international. She's in Minnesota. Some people might consider that international, but lots of Harrisville design looms around like mine. Okay, love that. Connie says she's decided to stick to 4 shafts. Okay, tried 8 and it's too much for his little old brain. Oh, Connie. Okay, first of all, there's so many things. There's so much of a deep dive in there. First of all, I am sure that if you really want to do 8, you could totally rock an 8 shaft. However, you can do a lot with a 4 shaft. I mean, I always, like I said, my 2 looms, they're both 4 shaft, and that is just great by me. I love that. Okay, Lori says Shack, Louette, Glamacra, Ashford. Ooh, what is Majacraft and Oxaback are here in the Netherlands. I switched that. I'm sorry. Lori in the Netherlands, Gemma in Switzerland. There we go. Nina says she's good. 8 shafts and rarely have used all 8. There we go. Carrie says 16 shafts is heaven. I like large patterns and double wide. I want to do a 6 shaft double width pattern, so rushed out to buy my 16 shaft. That is awesome. Marcia says no heddle envy here. Love my rigid heddle with 1 heddle. Brilliant. That is brilliant. I love that. Let's see. Roxy says there's a craft school here that teaches weaving pottery art, but if you're not finished in time before the next class starts, guess you have to cut it off. Could be a problem in finishing. Ooh, that sounds intense, Roxy. How long is a class? Is it a week? Is it because that would make me stressed. That would make me very nervous if I went into a class and you're like, if it's not done. I mean, I guess let's think about that. I guess the classes I have taken, I mean, I didn't bring my own, in the times when I didn't bring my own loom. Yeah, you'd have to take it off. That makes sense. Yes, yeah. Maybe the key is not to have a huge project then, so you can finish it in the time allotted. Gemma says my countermarch can do 8 shaft, but still on 4 shaft, 6 treadles. Yes. Roxy says the class is not long enough, especially for the cost. Whew, that's kind of intense, Roxy. That is, that sounds like a planning challenge for the people offering the class. Yeah, boy, that's tough. And I can speak from someone who's taught in-person classes that here's what I found is that the logistics of it it's a lot to think through. And don't get me wrong, I kind of love thinking through some logistics. However, that's Roxy, I could see why that would be a little concerning. By the way, let me just tell you how much I love this mug. Thank you, Laura Miser. I don't even think she's on today, but if Laura Miser is on, I love this mug because no matter which way I hold it, see my lipstick there, you can see the beautiful herringbone pattern. See, it's just, there are times you have to stop and admire the mug. It's kind of a Japanese thing, right? Where you have to stop. I mean, theirs would be smaller, but you have to stop and you have to turn it and study the ceramic and really enjoy the mug, right? This is like, instead of stopping and smelling the flowers, you have to stop and appreciate the mug. That's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Lori's like, Connie, I'm probably the oldest one here. I have an 8 shaft on my Glamacra standing table loom and an 8 shaft, 8 treadle on my, is it pronounced Oxaback? Is it literally Oxaback or is it something, I don't even know. I don't even know what the alternate would be. Yes, yeah. Yes. Okay. So some of you have already jumped in, but tell me about how your projects are going. How how is it shaken? Did you make a little progress? I will tell you that I worked on the Rose Path towels. I think early on with the early bird, someone was like, "What's the project?" Someone's like, "I think the Rose Path towels are done." They're not done. I'm so sorry. they're not. They're not done. Nope, not yet. So that'll be up to you if you want me to do a little demo, because it's I know it feels like it's been 57 weeks that we've been working on Rose Pastels, and that is all me because it's been busy over here. But we'll discuss that when the time comes up. But let me know, how are your projects going? Let's see. Lori says, I've been looking for just a simple metal heddle to use as a back strap. I used to have one so I can weave in my RV. Okay, isn't that brilliant? Aren't you so smart? Okay, so let me ask this. I love this question or this comment. Thank you, Lori. Is that, have you guys ever tried a little backstrap weaving? Have you ever tried this? I did some early on where I had this big, think like a hope chest. And this was back when the TVs were £1,000,000, right? You know when. This is because you guys are all mostly the age when the TVs, they weigh significant amount. So I remember I set up kind of my own kind of makeshift backstrap loom, and I had like wedged the end under the TV so it'd be nice and heavy. And I put the rest, I think I attached it to my belt or something like that. But if you haven't heard that phrase before, a backstrap loom, it is basically you can anything can be a backstrap loom. You can just attach it to you, and then on the other end you need something heavy to kind of give you the tension. So then you can kind of lean forward and lean back, depending on if you want more tension, less tension, and you separate the. It's very cool. It's very cool. And to talk about the most portable, mobile loom, cheapest, all those things. Backstrap loom is great for sure. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you guys have all kinds of good comments. Let's see here. Gemma says, finally got the loom threaded with the leftover from the towel disaster. We've all had towel disasters, Gemma. I'm glad we're moving on from that and exploring new things. Sue Ann said, pulled my rep placemat, there we go, at Sandrunner off the loom and wet finished yesterday. We'll cut the fringe today. I like the rep, we'll not do it again on the baby wolf. The shafts, wow, the shafts stick and they won't go down in that dense set. Oh, interesting. They won't give you a nice words. Wow, literally my brain is mush this week. It has just been, there's a lot going on. Shed space, that's the word. It won't give you a clean shed space, Sue-Ann. I love some rep weave though. Every time someone says they're going to do it, I get that feeling like, oh, I want to do rep weave. I love that. Okay, Sam says, just finished putting a white warp on the small loom. My niece is coming from Alberta and wants to learn to weave. Color me happy. Woohoo! That is awesome. Look at you spreading the love, Sam. Absolutely, as you should. Here's Ellen. Finished 3 pieces on the loom. Now on to sewing. One will be a vest and get ready to thread for 3 more shawls. So Ellen's getting ready to sew. Now, I know some of you love the sewing. I, however, not so much. Ellen, are you dreading the sewing? Or are you like, it's not too bad. I'm just going to get it over with. I'm just going to do it. Because I know she loves the weaving. But I'm always curious about, because a lot of cases you have to have the sewing to finish the project, right? Okay. Carrie is playing with shadow weave. I'm still going through learning different techniques to find my niche. I like that. Just kind of a little, just dipping your toe into a whole bunch of different things. That's brilliant, my friend. Dawn says, I only got about a half an hour weaving this week. I hear you. I hear you, my friend. Finished canning today and tomorrow, so many apples and tomatoes. Dawn, here's my question. My friend has a private apple orchard, which is amazing. We love to go visit her, but I still have lots of apples left. Give me some ideas. I'm ready. Ready? Not just Dawn, anybody. I need apple ideas. We do applesauce in the crock pot and we put in the red hots so it turns pink and it's got a little cinnamon and they're delicious. There's only so much for applesauce a girl can make. So I need some other ideas for apples, please. Sue-Ann says designing a colored weave set of placemats next. Look at you. That was the episode this week. Did you plan that? Or did you already, were you already thinking color and weave? Because that, Sue Ann, we're right there. That is crazy that that you were already thinking color and weave, and that was the episode. Connie says, oh, Lori, that's who that is. I do not drink cola. That's Lori. Want to do an age comparison? I have, oh, there we go. This is, there we go. We start getting into who has more ailments. I understand that. I live with aging parents, so I get it. Yes. Okay, so Lori says, I got on the warp for the rose path. Nice. Ready to start weaving on the hand towels next week. Excellent. Vacuum sealed all the fiber. I still have to spin. Ooh, very cool. I like that. That is awesome. There we go. Oh, Carrie, you crack me up. She says, backstrap, make sure you don't need the loo or anyone knocks on the door. Yes, that is a legit point to make, Carrie. Thank you, because you are attached to the project. Thank you, my friend. That made me chuckle. Exactly. Okay, let's see. Lori says, that's how I first learned on a backstrap. Excellent. Made a heddle out of popsicle sticks. Okay, that sounds like fun. There we go. Sue Ann says, someone at Ravelry told me that they were told not to have more than 8 inserted eye heddles in an inch. I had 15 on a shaft an inch, so I had to manually push down the shafts each pick. Interesting. Ellen's like, yeah, they're easy. It's easy sewing. I love that. It's good. I'm glad, because sewing just, I break out in hives when I think about it. So I'm glad that's no big whoop. That is awesome. Let's see. Okay, Gemma says the group project came off the rigid heddle last week. Yay! Finally started my friend's scarf. That is awesome. Tanya, yes, aren't you brilliant? I do have a dehydrator to hydrate the apple slices. 6 jars already. Tanya, that is brilliant. I have one. I'm going to do it. Connie says steam the apples for juice, apple brandy, juice, jelly syrup. Oh, these are great ideas. Thank you. Syrup, huh? Sue Ann says, I was debating a bunch of different placemat ideas, and your video gave me the nudge to decide on doing color and weave. That's awesome, Sue Ann. Thank you. Dawn says, apple butter if you have time. Ooh, I have an apple butter recipe. Dawn, you're brilliant. Oh, aren't you smart? I have an apple butter recipe. I think it's just in the slow cooker. Oh, you're so smart. Yes, apple butter. Brilliant. I love that. Now, I don't want to forget, Carla at the beginning asked about she's having trouble with her selvages. So here's what I need from you guys. Give me your best kind of selvage tips. Here's my tip that I tend to share with everybody. I'm going to take a swig. Hang on. Okay, so here is my tip. Carla, if you're still floating around or if you watch this later, here's my tip for you. If you're having trouble with your edges pulling in like a lot, ponder the order that you do the things. Here's what I mean. So let's say you're lifting a shaft, you throw the shuttle, you pull your beater bar forward. I like to leave mine forward and switch while the beater bar is closest to me. For me, that tends to help keep everything at a nice width. I mean, there's still some drawing, absolutely, but think about when you're switching your shafts. That's my tip. All right, you guys go. What is your tip for Carla about selvages? Oh, Sherry jumped in. She said, for selvages, remember the angle and pinch the end. I like that. Do you know what, Sherry? I like the fact that you mentioned the angle thing. I wasn't ever taught the angle thing and never really explored that too much, but I can totally see how that would be helpful. And do you guys know what Sherry means by the angle? See, I pick up my mug, I put down my mug. It's a whole little song and dance we do together on Live at the Loom. Okay, so here is kind of the idea with the angle. And Sherry, correct me if you have a different idea. But the idea is that when you go to throw your shuttle, this is a brand new color, so it's not going to work great. But the idea being that from here to here, you pay attention to where the yarn lands, so that when you pull the beater bar forward, that it has enough kind of space to so that your sides don't pull in. Did I explain that okay, Sherry? Let me know if that was all right. But that's kind of the idea with the angle. So yeah. Ooh, here we go. Hello, Shannon. Hi, my friend. Okay, here's Carrie. She says, here's her tip. Beat on an open shed. Have a high angle on the thread before beating. Let the thread just kiss the first thread. Oh, I like that. Just kiss the first thread. So yeah, so um beat on an open shed. Yes. Okay. Okay. Have a high angle. I'm with you. Yes. Okay, hopefully that makes sense, right? So basically while you have make sure everything's open when you're moving your beater bar, and then the angle thing we talked about. I like that. Yes. Ramona says, I always make sure my hands are relaxed. Somehow that works for me. That's a great tip, Ramona. I like to say, just please don't weave when you're angry. I mean, or always weave when you're angry. I guess that's the other option. Consistency is key. So it's going to be hard to be angry all the time. So maybe don't weave when you're angry. Maybe because then you just kind of, everything's tighter and clenched and we don't, no. Sherry says, okay, thank you. Thank you. That's the angle explanation is, yes. Hello, Gemma. Hello, Gemma's kitty, Frida. Hello. We are all pro pets and small children here for sure. Dawn says, I pull the shuttle out a bit after throwing it while changing the treadle. So when you throw the next one, it doesn't pull on the end. I think so. Yeah. Basically playing with kind of the order of things and how you leave space for your weft yarn. That's yeah. Carrie loves to dress the loom. Yes. I love that about you, Carrie. I just think that is awesome because many people are like, oh, I gotta dress the loom. And I've never minded it. I think the process is very interesting and yeah, I love that. Okay, here's Gemma's suggestion. Beat when the shed is changed on a rigid heddle. Oh, thank you for chiming in about rigid heddle because I'm not a rigid heddle person. So that is, thank you. I appreciate that. Here we go. Okay, this is for you, Carla. Carla says, mostly the troubles with advancing the cloth. Oh, like when you forward it, it gets wonky when you move is that what you mean? She says, I can see every advance on the selvage. Carla, maybe don't advance it quite so far. You can always give yourself more space. So instead of, see, the mug is up, the mug is down. Okay, so instead of, if you typically forward it to here, maybe only forward it to here. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be every single inch. Don't quite go quite so far so you can kind of blend things a little bit. You have a little more space to blend things. Maybe that would be maybe a suggestion. Just a thought. Yeah. Hi, Tim. He says, try to avoid being angry. Yes. I think that's just just in life in general. I think that's I'm with you. Just yes. Lori says she needs some of her loom dressing love energy. I changed my mindset. Once I am weaving, I am good to go. Oh, they're done. Lori, just yes. Just I'm in Indiana. Come on over. We'll swap. I'll dress your loom. You sew my stuff. That would be amazing. Hello, Jennifer Fowler. She made it. Woohoo! We're so glad. We were just waiting for you. We were just sitting here, just talking about whatever, being like, oh, I hope Jennifer makes it. We love you, my friend. Okay. Let's see. Gemma says, yes, it gets wonky when I advance on the floor loom. Okay. All right. I like that. Sue Ann says, for me, it is using a bit of an angled throw. Okay. Beat on open shed. Change treadles when it is closed. Advanced often. Use a temple when you need to. Oh, nice. Okay. Do you guys know what a temple is? Temple is a device. Here, I'm gonna tilt you. It's a device it's an accessory. I don't know exactly what you want to call it, but it helps keep your fabric a certain width. So it kind of holds it in place for you. So you weave a little bit, you move the temple. You weave a little bit, you move the temple. So it keeps it whatever. Yeah. Now, ultimately, here I'm gonna toss out something that might be controversial. Is that Carla? If you tend to draw in, just draw in consistently. Don't send the weaving police my way. don't do that. But here's my thought: is that there's so much in me that's like, you automatically, you as a weaver, you have your own style. Lean in. work with your style. If you know that you just draw in a lot, just plan for that. No worries. There's no one monitoring your progress. And when it comes off the loom, how often do people actually notice? Hardly ever. So I say, shake it off, my friend, and proceed. Just enjoy every little bit of it. Carrie says, talk about Jennifer. Where are Ernie and Alex? I don't know. We're missing them. We need to find out where in the world is Ernie. And Alex, I think she's jet setting somewhere. You know, Alex is a flight attendant, so we'd love to hear about her trips. Yay! Emily is here, and we're live, Emily. Yay! We're so glad. That is awesome. Yes. Yeah. You guys talked about having a temple. Yeah. Hi, Karen Crocker. She said, if you plan for it, it becomes a design element. Yeah, absolutely. Claudia says there's also a different drawing with plain weave and with pattern. Amen, sister. Yes, that is absolutely true. There's and for my beginners, here's what I want you to understand is that there are some patterns where the drawing is just going to be more. There are some fibers where the drawing is just going to be more, and that is just science. That's what we're going to say. It's just science, my friends. Because of the way the floats are, where they're located, there's all kinds of factors that go into it. So please do not be obsessed about having like no draw in. Just, yeah. What you learn is that, some patterns, lots of draw in. And you can fight it, or you can just weave. Just throw the shuttle. Boy, I'm very zen today, aren't I? Just throw the shuttle. Be one with the shuttle and just weave, my friends. Don't worry. Yeah. Emily says, I found it essential to use a temple at my first project. Once I got to twill, I wove through the outer warp yarn in no time flat without one. Yeah, you'll totally find that it depends. Yep. Thank you, Carla. That's what we need. We all need t-shirts. It just says, just weave on. Yes. My dad a couple years ago made a t-shirt for me, and it just says acting creative on the front. And on the back, it says, I weave, therefore I am. It's very clearly the philosophical glimpses. I come by those honestly. Yes. Okay. So I am so excited, you guys, because remember we had our first live studio tour last month with the amazing Ellen Grenier Bevel, and we got to see her space, which is awesome. But my goal is to have one a month. So I have September, October, and November already locked and loaded. I have people in place so that we are going to get to see their studios, which is amazing. So I want to keep it going. So if you are like, I think I would like to share my space. By the way, your space does not have to be anything crazy. I promise. See this bookshelf behind me? That's my whole space, basically. There's some other like disaster chaos things going on over here, but that's for another day. But if you have a studio space that you would like to share with us, even if it is like a loom and a little table, it doesn't matter. We really just want to share in the kind of energy of seeing your space of where you work. So if you would like to be one of my lovely friends that comes on live for Live at the Loom for a studio tour, just drop me a note. You can drop a note here or you can email me. Either way is totally fine. Our September one is next Thursday, and it's going to be, I'll let you know, not today, but I'm going to let you know very soon who it's going to be, because you are going to love it. You do not miss next Thursday. It's going to be so good. So, Gemma is in. Gemma says she'll be back and she'll be happy to share. That would be incredible, Gemma. We would love that. Gemma says, I'm still trying to understand the way you use the shuttles for crackle. Ooh. Do you know what? I'll be honest, I haven't done much crackle. I think, was it you, Gemma, or someone else had mentioned it before? And I'm like, I'll have to look into some crackle, because I did it really briefly when I did an overshot class, and they were like, and here's a modification to make crackle. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. So we'll explore some crackle. I like that. There we go. Emily says my Ravelry tag is I tink, therefore I am, which is a knitting reference. Tink is when you unknit. Is that right? Remind me, my knitting friends. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Connie, brave girl. You can do it. You can change your mind if you need, but Connie's going to show us your space in January, and then maybe Gemma will have you for February, March. We'll talk about that. That would be Incredible. Sam says, would need at least 6 months to organize my space. I have a large space and have stuff all over it. Connie, you know this one. Sam, I will happily give you 6 months to organize your space. Maybe, would you like maybe April? Think about that. Oh, there we go. Sam says Tinka's knit spelled backwards. I always forget that one. It's so clever. The knitters are so clever. Yes. I love that. There we go. Okay. Now, in the kind of news of what else is happening in the Acton Creative Land is, the October Weave Along is coming, my friends. It is right around the corner. That's why my sad rose pastels have been neglected, because I have been up to here with the October Weave Along. So here is the schedule. Are you ready? I'm giving a teaser right now. This Monday, the 18th, is the official kickoff. I'm going to announce the pattern. I'm going to announce the project, and then you can start chewing on some ideas. I want to make sure you have a nice runway before October 1st, before we officially start. Now, if you are not familiar with an Acton Creative Weave Along, here are the guidelines. It is a month-long weaving adventure where we have 2 guidelines. 1, we all start and finish a project in the month of October. And number 2, we all do the same pattern. So this Monday, keep your eyes peeled, be ready. The big announcement is this Monday, where we will officially kick things off. Woohoo! So excited. Now, to participate, you can totally, I'll have videos every Monday throughout the entire month. So kind of keep you on track to start and finish your project, so you can totally kind of work on your own. However, I am sincerely hoping that you will join our Facebook group. Ooh, it's going to be so good. The doors for the Facebook group will open the 25th, that following Monday. So we've got a couple of weeks for us to kind of get in and get settled and get ready. So when October 1st hits, we're off. We're off and running, doing all kinds of amazing stuff. So I'm really excited to share it with you, but let's keep your eyes open, because it is coming very soon and you'll hear lots more about it. But since I have you live, I thought I'd give you a little teaser. Yeah. Okay. So Sue-Ann tossed out a suggestion for Crackle. Weave Classic Crackle and more. Sue-Ann, I'll have to kind of check that out. I'm not familiar with that one. Like I said, I haven't really done much Crackle. I like it. Let's see. Karen says, can you use still pictures? I simply use the foyer in my house with a bookcase for storage. Not much for moving camera. Still would work though. Karen, we'd like it to be a video. That's what we would like, because what happens is I bring you on live. I bring you on so you can participate here. But honestly, it could be like, you could set the camera like I am right here, Karen, and we can just talk, because we'll have you. That's part of the fun, is that we get to see you too. So if you want to set up your camera and just be like, this is my studio, that works out great. So yes, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. I know that Ellen was very fancy and was able to like walk around and show us the whole thing, which is incredible. But you could totally set it up like on a tripod, and that'd be great, Karen. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so here is my question, you guys. I feel like I've shown you Rose Path for like the last 6 months. Do you want to see a little more Rose Path today, or we can just carry on, because it is already, I don't know. You let me know. We'll take a vote. Would you like to see the Rose Path one more time for a good measure? Because I'm hoping, I got a couple more rotations on the back, but I'm hoping to knock it out. You let me know. We'll take a poll. Rose Path, not so much. We can skip. You could tell me skip or go, or whatever, however you want to do that. Lori says more Rose Path. Okay. All right, great. We'll do some Rose Path. I like this. Okay, excellent. Lori says, seeing Ellen inspired me to really separate my crafts into serious, strict zones. Ooh, I like it. Okay. All right. Okay. Rose Path it is. All right. I like your enthusiasm. I like your commitment to the plan. Look, Carrie says, yes, Rose Path. Yes. Okay. All right. We'll do it. Excellent. I'm game. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. So now here's what's so funny. Like I said, I've been doing this project for about 11 years now. And when I started out, I had like really small stripes, like very few repeats. I'm changing all the colors. I have, 4 colors. Oops, here, wait, grab, I'm flinging things. Don't mind me. Okay, let's see. Wait. Okay, so I have these three kind of pretty neutrals, right? I got a white, I have kind of a khaki, and then a real pretty, it's not as dark as a chocolate, but kind of a darker brown. And then I have lipstick red. Look at this. Like I am rocking the red today. Who knew? Clearly it's been on the brain. So I have 4 colors. And in this particular Rose Path pattern I'm working on, I wonder if I got my book close. Here, I can share it with you. Let's do this. Let's see. So it comes out of my favorite book in the whole wide world, Anne Dixon's Hand Weaver's Pattern Directory. Let's see if I can find the page. This is like a test I didn't study for. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey, page 74. See? Right? Look at this. This is what I'm doing right here. This one right here. Now, I don't know if you guys are, I mean, most of you are familiar with Anne's book, but the beauty of her book is that when you set up, when you do this threading, and then she gives you three different options, three different ideas. Let me say that. So you don't need all of this for everyone, but I'm doing this one at the top. By the way, this is all thanks to Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam, who gave us the idea for Rose Path. It really has been fun, even though it's been a very long project. It's been very fun. I appreciate it. So then for this one, you only need to use these, like the tie-ups. If you follow your eye all the way up, that's all you need to do is just kind of this section. If you were going to do this one, you would need you just kind of follow it all the way up. This is so funny that there's like one little dot over here for, anyways. But the idea is that you just kind of use what you need from this this tie-up chart right here. Okay, let's see. Gemma says, quick question on Rose Path. Follow the Anne Dixon book for the twill set going one direction. This is one set of tie-ups, and the reverse direction, another tie-up. Can I just change directions? Reverse direction in another tie-up. I don't see why not. I mean, Anne is not going to come and grade you. So yeah, I would think, yeah, Gemma, I'm so sorry if I'm not understanding your question. Yes, but you can, like, her stuff is written so you start at the bottom and you go up, because you see the little curly Q, that's a repeat. So you start here and you go up, and then you come back down and you go up. So you could absolutely kind of change directions. You could start from the top and read down. I don't think it matters too much. Yes. Okay. Ooh, Jennifer Fowler says she's game for a tour of her studio. We'll get to see Jennifer too. That's very exciting. So that's what we're doing, Rose Path. Okay. So in this, as you may have seen with the draft, there's kind of two, it's a part A and part B when you're actually treadling the project. So here's how it goes. I'm just going to whip this out really quick because we're starting from scratch. Okay, so the first part of the draft is it's all kind of how do I describe that? You just kind of march your feet one direction and then the other direction. So in this case, when you start, you lift one shaft at a time. So I'm going to start with shaft number 4 with my red that matches all the things today. And then I go to shaft number 3. So you're just lifting just one shaft at a time, which means that you have longer floats on the top because they have a longer distance to travel over. Now, what I've been trying to do, I've been trying to be better at this, is that I'm going to actually take my little end here and I'm going to chuck it right. I've got use some floating selvages for this, just to make sure that your weft yarn can wrap all the way around. Can you see? There we go. Ooh, that's a good floating selvage right there. Look at that, floating like it's supposed to. That's what we want right there. So let's see, where am I? So now, shaft number 2. Now, when it comes to selvages, do you see, here's, Carla, if you're still watching, here's kind of how I tackle it. Everyone has their own little thing, is that, you see I lifted my shaft. I'm going to throw my shuttle over and under the floating selvages. I tend to put it down, place the weft, move my beater bar towards me, and switch the shafts there when it's closest to me. Does that kind of make sense? And when people talk about an angle, I tend to futz with the weft. which some frown on. They're very serious about. Don't futz with the weft. I tend to because I like the control. But if you are someone who doesn't ever touch the weft, you just kind of place it like this, do an angle like Sherry suggested. See, I still play with it, and then you can just bring the beater bar closest to you from there. So play with that. Decide what you like. Decide what kind of makes sense. What can you keep track of? What can you do consistently? Those are kind of the things to ask yourself, because at the end of the day, you have to do something thousands and thousands of times, over and over and over again. So what feels right to you? How do you like the look? Am I in the right place? Yes, I am. So that is our first. That's our first kind of section. Our little half inch we just did is the first section of this pattern with the rose path. The part B has 2 shafts that you lift at a time. Now, what's so interesting is that when you lift one shaft at a time, you see almost all weft here, right? Because it covers it, because it's just jumping on the back. It'd be just the opposite, but it's covering the fabric so much more. But when you lift 2 shafts at a time, it's kind of an equal. You're going to see much more of the warp and the weft together. So the whole pattern is little diamonds. So when you have like a more open diamond, that's when you were lifting 2 shafts at the same time. Voila. Okay, so I'm going to start with shafts 1 and 2, just like that. And then we're going to go 2 and 3, which, by the way, I'm 2-footing it down below just to make sure that I could plan for all the possible combinations. All right. Here we go. I'm going to do 3 and 4. Move it all over. It's a good, when you're 2-footing it, it's a good little ab workout. You just, it makes you think about your core just for a minute. I'll admit I'm not great at thinking about my core, but when I'm 2-footing it, putting it on my loom, I'll do that better. Okay, so now I have 4 and 1, just like this. And I'm going to do 1 and 2. It's kind of basically each sequence is like you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the point, and then you go back down, if that makes okay. So then we go back down. We've hit the top of our little sequence. We're just going to reverse the whole action. We're at 3 and 4, and then we'll go down to 2 and 3. And da-da-da. And now 1 and 2. And that is one entire sequence of the pattern. Here, I'm going to lean you in close. Everybody hang on. Don't get seasick. You see that though? Isn't that fun? But you can see, like, even down here when it's really open, that's when you have 2 shafts at a time, versus when it's real dense, that's only 1 shaft at a time, which is just a really interesting kind of way to kind of keep track of where you are. And I've been making these bigger and bigger in an effort to kind of finish things up. I've been making my repeats. I'm like, I'll just go a few more. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so Carrie says, I noticed that when you're fussing with the edge, you're actually making sure the weft's only kissing the final warp thread. Yes. Ooh, thank you, Carrie. That's a good way to put it. Yes. Yeah, typically in my fussing, that's exactly the way I put it. Yes. The goal is to make sure that when the beater bar comes forward, that things just kind of naturally move into place. There isn't any kind of tugging. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. But yes, you're exactly right, my friend Carrie, that I am kissing the final warp thread. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Oh, hi, Lillian. You'll have to catch the whole video later in the day. Well, we're glad that you could join us for just a moment, my friend. Yay. I'm glad you're here. Yes, multi-crafters. I love that. Yep. Okay, so I alluded to this earlier, but if you didn't catch this week's episode of A Handwoven Experience, it is all about color and weave. Yes. And I think what's so fun is that so many of us have done a project that is kind of under that category of color and weave. We just didn't know it. I mean, how many of you have done log cabin? if you have done a couple weave-alongs back with me, that was the theme for a couple weave-alongs ago when we all did Log Cabin, which was so fun. And I think the project we did there was a great like entry into Log Cabin, but you could really do some cool stuff with Log Cabin. So Log Cabin and House Tooth Check were my examples of great weave structures that are kind of in that color and weave category. So if you haven't checked it out yet, it's just kind of a nice little bit of terminology to have in your back pocket so that you know if someone describes a weave structure as color and weave, you know what you're looking for. That's really about the placement of the color. It's not really about how you, it's less about how you, the order you thread things and the order you treadle things. It's all about the color. So go check that out if you haven't. If you haven't yet. Connie says, I'm glad you mentioned the October Weave Along. Is just about ready to put a new project on my wolf pup. Woo, Kelda. Oh, I like that name. Wait and use her for October. That would be awesome, Connie. That would be great. She's all in favor of some Log Cabin, right? Log Cabin is fun. Yes. Yes. So what else? Oh, Acting Creative Insiders. See, if you've been pondering joining the monthly membership, the Acting Creative Insiders, now is the time, my friend. Now is the sweet spot because I'm giving them the first look at the October Weave Along information. So they will have the actual official pattern and a look at the project before Monday. So if you like to be someone who's in the know, come on over and join the Acting Creative Insiders. Plus, if you are, let's see, there's currently 4 tiers. If you're in the top 3 tiers, you get a free copy of the project instructions. So that's worth the price of admission for sure. So if you have been pondering that, joining the Acting Creative Insiders, now is a great time. So go check that out. See if that is a good fit for you. And then lastly, if you are not yet getting the weekly love notes, you are invited. Every Wednesday, I send out a message to my community just to say hi and how are you? And here is what's happening this week. So the love note this week, you're going to laugh. If you didn't see it, it's hysterical, but it was all about diagramming sentences. Yes, I kid you not. It's not even a joke. Yes, it was about diagramming sentences. And I'm thinking most of you are of the age that you'll know what that means to diagram a sentence. Anyways, it's just a sweet little free little message that I send out to you just to say hi and I'm thinking about you. And here's what you can look forward to. So if you haven't signed up, it's there's spots all over the website. Go to actingcreative.net and you can sign up all the things there. Okay. See, I love all of the cross conversations. Oh, see, Lori, you're my people, right? I was in the message. I was like, I am one of those weirdos who really loves diagramming sentences. It was the perfect combination of organizing and some kind of visual. Like I got to draw like angled lines and make a tree kind of thing. And yeah, so good. Anyways, okay, you guys, I have checked everything off my list, and we have I think we've solved most of the world's problems today. I think we did a great job of that. So I just want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I'm always so happy to have all of you join me every week. It really is the highlight of the week. So thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait. Do not forget, next Thursday it's going to be amazing. We're going to talk more about the Weave Along because there'll be the big announcement on Monday, and I have a special guest, and we're going to check out her space. That's the only clue I'm going to give you right now is a she. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. So yes, mark your calendars, and over the coming week, you know what you got to do. Here's your homework. Do a little something creative just for you, right? Throw a shuttle, pet your yarn, start a project, finish a project, do something a little creative. Just it's good for your soul. Just a little something for you, not for anybody else, not for me, not for, the friends, the family, the neighbors, just for you. And have a wonderful, fabulous week. I'll meet you right back here next Thursday. All right. Have a good one, my friends. Happy weaving.